Hi, so I was just playing around there with a bit of blues, but what was it that made it sound so bluesy? Well, one of the reasons is because every single chord I was playing there was a 7th chord, or to give it its proper technical title, a dominant 7th. And because I was in the key of C, I was using the three dominant 7th chords in the key of C, which of course is the most popular key on the piano, namely C7, or in the left hand, F7 and G7. So we're going to start today by looking at those three chords, but in the video I'm also going to give you a simple mathematical formula that you can use to work out any dominant 7th on the piano in any key. Okay, so first of all, for the chord of C7 or C dominant 7, we play the C triad, or the basic chord of C, or chord of C major, which is the same thing, which is this. So here's my C here. C is always the white note before the two black notes, so that's a C, that's a C, that's a C. And basically, hopefully you should know how to play a C triad by now, because hopefully you saw my video about that, the one about how to work out any major chord on the piano. And then what you do is you then find the next C up. So don't forget, C is always the white note before the two black notes, so that's the next C up. That's the octave C, because it's 8 notes higher than this C. And then we come down one whole tone, which is 2 semitones or 2 keys, 1, 2, and that is our 7. Okay, so by putting that note on the top of our basic chord of C, we've got the chord of C7 or C dominant 7. And you notice I'm using fingers 1, 2, 3 and 5. All my fingers except for my 4th finger. If you haven't seen the video about how to work out the basic chord of C or basic triads, there is a shortcut, a very neat little mathematical formula. You find the root note that goes with the chord, in this case C, and then you count up 4 keys, 1, 2, 3, 4, which gives you an E, and then not including the E, you count up a further 3, 1, 2, 3, which gives us the G, and then another 3, 1, 2, 3, which gives us the B flat. So even if you don't know how to play a basic chord of C or C triad, just by using this 4-3-3 formula, you can quickly work out any dominant 7 chord in any key, anywhere on the piano. So how cool is that? 4-3-3. And it's exactly the same chord in the left hand. In other words, exactly the same notes, except obviously an octave lower because we're in the bass. Same fingers, fingers 1, 2, 3 and 5, except of course because I'm in the left hand, the fingers are reversed. So now my 5th finger is on the C and my 1st finger is on the B flat. You'd think, wouldn't you, that the 7 would be the B, because if E is the 3rd note of the C major scale and G is the 5th note, you'd think 6, 7, must be a B, the 7th. But in actual fact, when we talk about 7ths, we're talking about the 7th note of the natural minor scale. C natural minor goes like this. So you can see that the 7th note of that scale is actually a B flat. But no worries, because using this simple 4-3-3 mathematical formula, you can quickly work out a 7 anywhere without knowing all of your major and minor scales. So let's do the same with F7. So here we go, let's find an F. C, D, E, F, just follows the alphabet. Also, F is always the note, the white note before the 3 black notes. So there's an F, there's an F, there's an F, and so on. So there's our F, which we play with the first finger. And then basically we would play our F triad, our basic chord of F major. And the same thing again, go to the next F up, 1 whole tone down, which is 2 keys, 1, 2, and it gives us E flat. So stick an E flat on top of an F major triad, and there is the chord of F7 or F dominant 7. Or again, we can use our 4-3-3 formula, not including the F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And if we apply exactly the same formula to G, C, D, E, F, G, there we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, gives us a B, 1, 2, 3 gives us a D, that's the basic chord of G, the triad, and then a further 3, 1, 2, 3. So you can see in some cases the 7 is a white note, in other cases it's a black note, as it was with F. It doesn't matter, it still obeys that 4-3-3 formula. You can play 7th chords in either the right hand or the left hand, same notes. Usually if you're singing a song or you're accompanying somebody else singing a song, or indeed accompanying another lead instrument playing the melody line, you would normally play the chords in the right hand with the root note or bass note of each chord in the left. So if I was playing C7, I'd play a C underneath with my 5th finger. If I was playing the F7, I'd play an F underneath with my 2nd finger, and then for G7, a G down there with my 1st finger, so that my fingering in the left hand is nice and efficient with a different finger over every note, rather than unnecessarily having to move it around. But if you're playing a melody in the right hand, then you would normally play the melody in the right hand and the chords in the left hand. So to demonstrate playing a melody in the right hand and playing the 7th chords in the left, I'm going to play 2 versions of Happy Birthday now, but the first version I'm just going to use basic 3-note triad chords, just the basic chords of C, F and G major. But then the second run through, I'm going to put in some 7th chords here and there, and you'll see which ones I'm using because they'll come up at the bottom of the video, and you'll hear how much more interesting the second version with the 7ths is. So here we go. You might have noticed I didn't put an F7 in there on Happy Birthday. That's because in the key of C, 7th chords sound best when going from the C to the F or from the G back to the C, but not going from the F to the C. And you'll find that it's the same in other keys as well. But if it's jazz or blues, you can put sevens in all over the place. In fact, a lot of jazz standards have got sevens almost every chord, because you can get away with a bit more conflict, a bit more dissonance in jazz music than normal pop or middle of the road songs. But the best thing to do is play around, have a go, maybe choose a song that you already know, that you already play, and try and put some 7th chords in here and there and see if they work or not. And if they don't, take that one out and try one in another part of the song. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and please don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to hit that bell so that you know when we've uploaded another video. Catch you again very soon. Take care. Goodbye.